Hi, this is Dan at Sosta. In this video, we're going to take a look at one of the coolest features of Cloud Test Mobile, and that's our private device cloud capability. Aside from just looking really cool, there's fewer things in mobile automation that are cooler than seeing a cloud of devices running test cases in unison like you're seeing in front of you, but there's tons and tons of value that comes from having this cloud of devices at your disposal for running automated tests. You can certify the same battery of test cases on different models and makes of devices, different versions of the operating system. You could also parallelize a large battery of tests to complete them faster, and it's all very easy to do in Cloud Test through our visual test creation interface. So let's take a look at just how easy it is to take a test case that's already been written and have that run on all 7 of these devices. Here we are in Cloud Test's composition editor. It's a nice visual interface. You can see I've got test cases laid out on this track, and in this dropdown I've got a list of devices. Now this one's grayed out. That means that it doesn't have the app on it that we want to test, but all these other devices in the private device cloud are fair game for us to use in testing. So what I'm going to do is, we actually want to run this on 7 devices, so I'll duplicate this track, and then I'll go back into my dropdown, and I'll choose a device. Now notice that we've got some devices spread out in other parts of the world. We've got France and Seattle, so I'll choose one that's here set up on the table in front of me. And then another nice feature is that because I want to duplicate this 5 more times, I'll just do a duplicate n times. Notice we copied the track out 5 more times, so we got a total of 7. Then what I'm going to do here is just scroll down the list and choose the devices that I want to use. Now, on the table in the cubicle in front of me, I've got 6 iPads and 1 iPhone. So I'm going to go ahead and scroll down this list here and choose the ones that I've carefully laid out. Obviously, I don't want to choose any of the ones that are spread out across the globe, otherwise they're not going to play for the video when I push play here. So I'm just going to go through and got all 7 devices that I want to use. So I'm going to go ahead and click play. Now we're notifying the devices that it's time to test. Notice that they all have green lights next to them on the track-by-track basis. That's because we detect every second whether they're available and ready for testing. We make sure that no one else has grabbed them to use for testing. So now let's jump over and take a look at the devices. We'll see that they're all going to kick off and play. Now, you might notice that they play at slightly different speeds. That's because I've got an iPhone 4 and an iPad 2 and then various iPad 3s. So if you see some moving slightly faster, that's just because they have faster processors. Hopefully we've gotten you excited about the power you can have at your fingertips using Cloud Test Mobile with your own private device cloud. Remember, everything you saw here was created using our unique record and playback functionality in Cloud Test. It can be kicked off in an automated fashion through a continuous integration server like Hudson or Jenkins, and the devices can be used on Wi-Fi or carrier networks.